I wonder who comes up with that story. Did she come up with that? Like, did she come up with timeless Toni Storm? I wonder. Do you know, Bill?
I don't know.
I'd be curious to know.
We don't know that, Matt. That comes from the writers and the producers. How do we know who come up with it?
Well, who came up with the Godfather gimmick?
Vince.
How do you know?
Because I was there.
Here's something that I found interesting in AEW. Toni Storm has returned to AEW, and apparently she has amnesia on her first match back, which was on Collision. That was kind of a strange place for her to debut again. Toni beat Shazza McKenzie and then grabbed the mic and said she is officially all elite. Obviously, she's forgotten that she already is. And has been for some time. Toni also interrupted an interview between Thunder Rosa and Tony Schiavone, which was absolutely hilarious. She comes up and introduces her.
Schiavone?
Schiavone.
Schiavone, didn't he, Teddy? Toni Schiavone, right.
I'm going to smack you in a minute. Go back and
you need to be smacked. You need to be smacked. You just screwing up people's names and everything.
I thought it was a woman wrestler.
Me too. That's what I thought you was. I thought he was talking about some new diva or something they brought in. Schiavone or Skubaka. What is he talking about?
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'll explain this to you. He has had too many cups of coffee. That's all.
I haven't had any coffee, unfortunately.
Well, that's your problem, then, brother. You need to get a big hot cup of coffee, decaf.
No, not right, decaf. I need a caffeine.
No, you need the decaf, but you got something else to go with it.
All right. Anyhow, Toni Storm is back in AEW. She does have its amnesia angle, and she did an interview. I'm going to beat you with Thunder Rosa and Toni Schiavone.
Thank you, yay!
And she introduced herself to both of them, with both of them wondering what the hell was wrong with her. It looks like a great gimmick for Toni Storm. She is the timeless Toni Storm. To me, was a great character. There's a lot of kind of pieces that make you think that eventually she's going to remember that she is timeless Toni Storm and not just Toni Storm. It's hard to understand, Teddy. I know because you don't watch it, but it is. She does a great job with this, don't you think, Bill?
I know who Toni Storm is. I know her. I've watched her before.
Yeah, fantastic talent.
This is a great angle.
Yes.
It's a great storyline for them.
You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass.
I wonder who comes up with that story. Did she come up with that? Like, did she come up with timeless Toni Storm, I wonder? Do you know, Bill?
I don't know.
I'd be curious to know.
We don't know that, Matt. That comes from the writers and the producers. How do we know who come up with it?
Well, who came up with the Godfather gimmick?
Vince.
How do you know?
Because I was there.
You was there.
How do you know? But I was asking questions.
I was there when they brought it out, when Vince introduced it to him.
You're lucky you're not near me, Teddy. All right, here we go.
Yeah, that's a threat, ladies and gentlemen.
Y'all the comments on that one.
Yeah, that's a butter knife, by the way. All right,
let's don't mean nothing. It's still a knife.
By the way, you were talking about The Godfather, and I ran into a friend of mine the other day, and he thought I was joking when we were talking about the movie The Godfather and the song, because he goes to karaoke a lot, and he said, you can't sing that song. There's no lyrics, and there are lyrics to that song. It was a major hit by Al Martino and Andy Williams.
Yeah, how did it go?
Speak softly, love, so no one hears us but the sky.
Wow. Okay, Mac, so you had to do that to us too.
I had to get you back for giving me hell. Before we leave out of here, I do want to give an update on the health of Jim Ross. Per Jim himself, he says, quote, my health has improved immensely. You know, I got my nurse who comes by twice a week, checks my vitals, dresses my wound. And can you believe that wound, which was a result of 22 radiation treatments for skin cancer, is still being nursed? It's healing, it's shrinking, and that's important for me. So great news for Jim Ross. I wanted to pass that along, and hopefully he'll be back 100% very soon.
It's a slobber knocker.
It's a slobber knocker. Teddy, anything coming up for you?
No.
Bill, anything coming up for you?
January 8th, I will be at the International Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame giving the Hall of Fame ring to Kurt Angle, and I will be getting mine that night too. So go to the.
What are you getting the ring for?
Hall of Fame ring.
What are you getting the Hall of Fame ring for? Who
Journalism.
you ever beat?
Oh,
Teddy's in a salty mood today.
No, wait a minute. As you know, I have the Cow Championship Office Wrestling. I've beaten Diamond Dallas Page, New Jack, Rey Mysterio. I could give a whole hour on who I've beaten. I can show you videotapes.
Well,
so
you said enough. You said enough. I just want to see you when they give you your ring. That's congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations.
Right.
And even though because you couldn't be there at the original Hall of Fame ceremony last
They don't
year
want to pay.
or this past
That's
year.
why I'm not there. They don't want to pay.
I was talking to Bill. You need to go and get you some coffee decaf. That's what you need. Hey, look, by the way, I don't want to go on too much longer, but I do want to mention.
Cracks, man.
Let me mention this. We got a lot of comments on the Who Done It to Jade Cargill on our last show. There's a ton of people who gave their thoughts, and it is all over the place. But it's really between several of the women on that roster they believe is there. Thank you for those comments. I'd read some of them, but the only problem is they all basically are saying the same thing. You guys pretty much agree. There's a small group of women.
Why don't you just tell the truth? The only reason you're not reading none of them is because we're out of time.
Okay, we are. We're out of time.
Maybe it was a man. Maybe a man did it.
See, I'm out of time already. I'm Mac Davis. That's WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long. And this guy who just will not shut up, Mr. Bill Apter. We'll see you again next week.
Holla, players.
Could have been Damian Priest. It could have been a rabbi. It could have been a minister.